Okay, good evening, colleagues. So today I am looking at two things in this video. One is how to duplicate the classes that you would have used last year to create a new class, and add two, how to add students in bulk to that particular class. So for the video today, I'm going to use the Form 3 class as an example. Last year I would have created this class for Form 3, 3.1. I would have had others as well for all Form 3s, but I'll use 3.1 as an example. Um, if I click it and click classwork, you will see all the topics that I would have created for this particular class last year, as well as the students in the class. Okay, so these will be students who are now entering Form 4. These students, as it is now, would still have access to this class, and for them not to have access to this class, what I suggest is that you archive the class. But before archiving the class, I would want to retain all the information that I had created for this class. However, I would like to add new students. So what I will do is copy this class. Upon copying the class, it will automatically place the copy off in front of the original name. Everything else will remain the same, and I will click copy. I have already copied this class, so I wouldn't click copy at this time. If you look, I have copy of IT already created here. So now I can, once I have the copy, I can then archive this class. Archiving the class will now take it off your list of classes, and your students will no longer have access to it. You, however, will have access. You simply go to the menu and click Archive Classes, and you'll see all your archived classes being displayed. Okay, if you want to reuse something in the class or restore the class, simply click on it, and it will give you a message saying class is archived. However, you can restore it by clicking here. Then the students will then have access to everything in the class. So we go back to original classes, and let's look at the copy of Information Technology 3.1. When I click it, all the topics will be there. However, they will be grayed out. It will be in draft mode. So this allows you to select any particular topic or item that you would like to issue to your class. And you could just simply, if it's an assignment or a material that you like students to work on, you click it, edit, and you could then assign if it's an assignment, or post if it's a material, right? Or reschedule, right? So everything else will remain the same. However, due dates will not be will no longer be there. However, you can add a new due date to your assignments and so forth. So everything is already there, and you can schedule or post at your convenience. If I look at people, there will be no students here. However, I have already added students to this particular class, right? So the next step is to show you how to add students. Now, given the numbers of students, and if you have a number of classes like I do with this particular form class here, an easier way to add students rather than simply entering by name will be to enter by email addresses. If you enter by email addresses, you'll be able to enter all at once, and I'll show you how to do that. But first, you have to actually get the email addresses. As it stands right now, what we have available to us is the email addresses as a alphabetical list. And the only thing available to us at this time that we have received via email, it's the class names, class surname and first name. What I would have done is created a spreadsheet like this one, where I would have copied the first name and last name of the students from the particular list, place them in the same order category as girls and boys. However, I would have gotten, or I can copy the name, all right? I can copy the name of the student, and you'll see what that email address is. You'll see Adriana Bridget Alexander 19 at Waterloo Secondary. So the 19, every form level has a different number. So we know for this particular level, everyone in this class or at this level will have a 19 at the end of the name. So with that piece of information, we can now um, add 19 at waterloosecondary.edu.tt in another column of this worksheet. And once we have that information, and I'll show you here how you can create the worksheet by simply copying the name. So let's do 3. So this is boys up here and girls. So I'll copy girls first to keep it consistent. So I'll copy the first names column, then paste it into this sheet here. Then I'll copy the last name column and paste it into this sheet here. Okay. Now in the third column, I'll copy this suffix here. So we now have a first name, a surname, and a suffix to create the email address. In this column, what we do here is we use the concatenate, right? So we type in equal concatenate function. So we use the concatenate function followed by parenthesis, and we use the cell name of the first name. So we say A2, comma B2, comma C2, close parenthesis. Right. Well, I made an error here. It should be A3, B3, and C3. Okay, and now we'll see an email address here. So once we have this email address, we could then copy this across. And what we need to do, however, is ensure that the email address is of the correct format. And all that means is there's no space or hyphen in it. So if there's a name with a space or hyphen, we can easily fix that. So once we have the email addresses, we highlight, we copy, and we go to the particular class. In this case, it will be 3. And if we look, there's no students assigned to this class. So we click the invite student link and paste the names here, and then we'll see add recipients. So we click add recipients, and once each email address is correctly done, you should see all the addresses being entered here, and click invite. And all those students will be now added to your class. So we repeat the process with the boys in this case. So copy. All right, we copy this column, paste it in this column here. And what we can probably do is just continue this list down here, and we can continue this here as well. All right, so we can simply delete these rows here. All right. So now we have the boys list of, well, in fact, this year. So the boys list of email addresses. We just quickly verify that there are no errors in the addresses. Copy and go to students, paste, add recipients. We should see all and then invite. And that's it. So this is how we would have reused a classroom and then repopulated it in minutes. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope to do some more tutorial videos for you all.